Welcome back to Battle of the Brains. We move on to our second level of competition. This time, it's the high school students' turn to battle it out for a slot in the monthly championships. But first, let's meet them. Andy?
Yes, our weekly finalists for high school from the Sisters of Mary School in Silang, Cavite, Anthony Belmonte and Emmanuel Vargas. From Rizal Experimental Station and Pilot School of Cottage Industries in Las Piñas, Joselito Torculas and Harvey John Garcia. And finally, from Heaven Christian School, Rachel Jane Kayanan and Christine Gail Navarro. David?
Thank you, Andy. Yun ang mahirap sa high school, di ba? Dahil adolescents na sila. Medyo conscious sila sa camera. But anyway, relax. Don't let the cameras get in the way of your thinking of those correct answers, okay? Let's see a lot of smiles here and a lot of confidence. Let's start with Sisters of Mary School in Cavite. Tony and Manny, let's hear your buzzers. All right. This is Tony. Anthony is his real name. Anthony here is 16 years old and is in fourth year. His best subjects, he says, are math and science. And he also likes playing chess and basketball. Okay? Tony, yung bang haircut na yan, uso ba yan ngayon o requirement sa school niyo?
It is our requirement now.
Ano yan? Yung CMT ba yan? Yung,
It is the required.
Lahat ng estudyante?
Yes.
Co-ed ba kayo? May mga babae ba sa school niyo?
No.
All boys school yan?
It's only a boys' town.
So lahat ng whether first year, second year, third year, fourth year, lahat crew cut dapat?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anyway, uso ngayon yung mga crew cut, so okay lang yan. Manny is his partner and he's 16 years old. He is in fourth year and he says English is his favorite subject. How about some of your hobbies, Manny? Meron ba kayong mga favorite hobbies dyan?
Reading books,
Reading books. What kind of books?
history books,
History books. So, okay. What period in history, Manny?
the medieval period.
Medieval, yung mga King Arthur, mga ganyan, mga... Alright, the Middle Ages is his favorite period of history. Let's go to RESPSCI. Dito, ano bang ibig sabihin ng RESPSCI? Masyadong mahaba yan.
It is an acronym for Rizal Experimental Station and Pilot School of Cottage Industries.
Alright, cottage industries. Ba't cottage industries? Meron ba kayong mga vocational courses in the school?
Yes, sir.
Like what? Ano ba yung mga
Like,
ibang subjects dyan? Na, which you won't find in any other school?
Woodworking, foods, and others.
Ano yan? Food? Ano yan?
Food.
Anong ginagawa niyo doon sa subject? Mukhang okay yun
The girls, it is only for the girls who...
pagluluto. Ganyan.
pagluluto.
I see. May cooking school, may cooking subjects in this school of yours. Anyway, Lito is 16 years old. He's in fourth year, and he's a math club president, and social studies club vice president. His partner is Harvey. Harvey is 16 years old, and he's in fourth year, and he's the editor-in-chief of the school paper and president of the science club. Any hobbies on the side? Seem to be a very busy young man, Harvey.
I like reading novels by Stephen King.
Okay. Inubos mo ba lahat ng novels ni Stephen King o meron pang di mo nababasa?
Not quite.
Not quite. So meron pa. All right. Anyway, Harvey and Lito, good luck. Did I hear your buzzer? Let's hear it. All right. Let's meet our ladies from Heavenward Christian School. That's Rachel. Is that how you say that?
Rachel.
Rachel. Pero ibang klase yung spelling, no? Parang Rachel. Anyway, your buzzer, please. Rachel. All right. Walang sound. All right, this is Rachel. She's only 15 years old, and she's in fourth year already. She's a class president, and she likes surfing the net whenever she has time to. Yung surfing the net sa computer, sa school ba yan o sa bahay?
Both.
So sa school nyo, meron ding students are allowed to surf the net?
Yeah.
All right, that's very good. And what are some of your favorite websites? Rachel?
Anything?
Anything? Most of the time, where do you browse? Where do you go?
Hollywood stars?
Hollywood stars. Sino bang paborito mong Hollywood stars? Lalaki.
Who? Devon Sawa?
Sino yun?
Devon Sawa.
Yeah. Di ko kilala yun eh. Medyo matanda na ako eh. Alright, anyway, yung kilala ko lang sina Robert Redford, ganyan. Anyway, Rachel, it's good to know that you're getting yourself used to the modern technology. How about you, Gail? You also surf the net?
Yeah.
And what's your favorite website?
Mga Hollywood stars.
Mga Hollywood stars din. Wala bang science website o math website? Corny masyado, ano? Hollywood website is her favorite. Anyway, Gail here is only 15 years old. She's in 4th year, and math is her favorite subject. And she says that she would like to take up computer science in college, and so does Rachel. All right? Gail and Rachel, are we okay?
Yes.
Then let's begin. Harvey, Lito, Manny, and Tony. Let's begin our round. Easy questions, 250 points each. The arts, giving, or if I give you the missing word in the song, all right, you'll have to give that to me, the missing word in this song. Ako na nang kakanta, okay? And you just give me the word that is missing. Waray-waray, hindi tatakas. Waray-waray, handang matodas. Waray-waray, bahala bukas. Waray-waray. You have to sing it, Tony.
Matigas.
Matigas. Wrong. Waray-waray.
Manigas.
That's correct. Manigas. Mathematics. What is the difference when the quantity B minus A is subtracted from the quantity A minus B? What is the difference? Go ahead, sisters of Mary.
Negative 2A.
That is wrong. Difference when B minus A is subtracted from A minus B. RESPSCI.
0.
That's wrong. So heavenward, it's all yours. No answer from them. The answer is 2A minus 2B, or 2 times the quantity A minus B. Time to brush up with some algebra. Let's go to general information. What do you call the telegraph system of sending messages by wire or radio using letters that are coded by dots? RESPSCI?
Telegram.
Wrong. Coded by dots, dashes, and spaces. This is the Mary.
Morse code.
Correct, Morse code. Science. What artery carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle of the heart to the lungs for oxygenation? What artery? We're looking for the artery that carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle of the heart to the lungs. Sisters of Mary.
Pulmonary artery.
Correct. Pulmonary artery. History. Who is the president of South Africa and the most popular black leader? Sisters of Mary.
Nelson Mandela.
Most popular black leader of the ANC, African National Congress, of course, Nelson Mandela. The arts. What general term describes the relative highness or lowness of a note? In music, for example. Highness or lowness of a note. Gail, Rachel.
Pitch.
Correct. It's the pitch. Mathematics. What is 190 degrees expressed in radian measure? What is 190 degrees expressed in radian measure? You have 30 seconds. Heavenward, I saw that light. You're not pressing. Okay. That's the last chance I'll give you. You might have pressed it very lightly. We saw the light go on. So, Sisters of Mary?
19 over 36 pi. Pi radians.
Can you say that again? Clearly now for our judges.
19 over 36 pi radians. 19 over 18 pi radians.
19 over 18 pi radians is correct, Tony. Very good. Let's go to general information here. What do we call half a sphere? Half a sphere. RESPSCI.
Semisphere.
A?
Semisphere.
Semi-sphere. Semi-sphere.
Semi-sphere.
That's wrong. Sisters of Mary.
Hemisphere.
That's correct. Hemisphere. Let's try science. What do you call a substance used for producing heat energy, either by combustion or by nuclear fission? What do you call a substance used for producing heat energy, either by combustion or by nuclear fission?
Carbon.
Gail says
Carbon.
carbon is wrong. Sisters of Mary?
Nuclear reactor.
Nuclear reactor, hindi. RESPSCI.
Fossil fuels.
We'll check with our judges on that. He said fossil fuels. Our question, what do you call a substance used for producing heat energy? Fossil fuels would be a little too specific. We're looking for the more general term because it may include other kinds of fuel. So therefore, the correct answer is just fuel. So, let's move on to question number 10. We have another question here in the pile, and this is in history. Who was the first Burmese, called Myanmar today, Prime Minister? The first Burmese Prime Minister. Sisters of Mary.
Aung San.
That's correct. Aung San. And we have a leader at the end of the first round. It's Sisters of Mary School. It's 1,500 points for them. In second place, a tie between Heavenward Christian School and RES-PSCI. They both have 250 points each. All right. This is only the first round. When we return, we'll give you the final round after this.
The General Educational Development Program from the USA for world-class mastery of math, science, English, comprehension, writing, and speaking. JED equips your child for success.
Welcome back to our high school competition. So far, it's Sisters of Mary School in Cavite in the lead with 1,500. The others are left behind with 250 points. But for Heavenward and Repsi, don't fret, because we have one more round coming right up. And this time, we'll give you a lot of chances to catch up with Sisters of Mary, because it's 400 points for every correct answer. All right? So good luck to all of you. The winner will move on to the monthly finals. Let's begin with a question in history. Which Filipino hero was deported to Guam in 1900 because he refused to swear allegiance to the United States? Repsi?
Apolinario Mabini.
That's right. It was Apolinario Mabini. The arts. Who composed the song Ngayon at Kailanman? Sisters of Mary.
Lebisilerio.
That's wrong. Repsi. Repsi, come on. Ngayon at Kailanman. Popularized by Basil Valdez, but who was the composer? Heavenward. Makanta ni Sharon, usually he's the one who composes it. Time's up. George Canseco. The other song I was about to mention here was Hanggang sa Dulo ng Walang Hanggan. It's George Canseco. General information. To show respect for the Egyptian divine rulers, the people were forbidden to call them by their personal names. Thus, how were these Egyptian rulers called? Sisters of Mary.
Pharaoh.
That's correct. Pharaoh. Mathematics. Two numbers differ by 1, and their cubes differ by 91. What is the larger number? Two numbers differ by 1, and their cubes differ by 91. What is the larger number? You have 30 seconds. Sisters of Mary. Yes, you have to give an answer.
10.
That's wrong. The others still have time to answer. We give them 30 seconds all in all. By the way, we'd like to thank Zebra, the official ball pen of Battle of the Brain. Our contestants are, of course, using Zebra ball pens to answer their math problems. Repsi from Las Piñas, go ahead.
12.
Wrong.
12 and...
That's wrong. Heavenward? We're running out of time here. No answer for them. The answer is 6. Let's go to science. What is the process by which a compound is built up from its elements or from simpler compounds by a sequence of chemical reactions? What is the process by which a compound is built up from its elements? Sisters of Mary.
Synthesis.
That's right, Tony. Synthesis. History. Who was the first, rather, not who, but what? What was the very first Philippine commission? Tony and Manny.
The Scorman Commission.
The?
Scorman Commission.
Sherman Commission.
All right, that's the way to say it. Sherman Commission. S-C-H-U-R-M-A-N. All right, we said that phonetically. The arts. What do you call this mythical creature with the body of a lion and the... Repsi?
Sphinx.
That's right, and the breast, neck, and head of a human male or female. It's called a sphinx. And general information. What is a business enterprise based in a country but with branches in several other countries. A business enterprise based in one country but with overseas operations. Or with branches or businesses in several other countries. Repsi, what kind of company is this called?
Government firm.
Wrong. What kind of business enterprise or corporation is this? They're called multinational corporations or transnational corporations, the MNCs and TNCs. Mathematics. Earl can paint the house in 10 days and Ronald can paint the house in 12 days. How long will it take to paint the house if both men work at the same time? Earl can paint the house in 10 days and Ronald can paint the house in 12 days. How long will it take to paint the house if both men work at the same time? Heavenward Christian School.
22 days.
That's wrong. Yes, Repsi, I see your light, though I don't hear your buzzer. Go ahead.
5 and 10 over 22 days.
Give you a chance. If you can bring that down to its lowest terms in 5 seconds, we'll give that answer to you.
5 days and 5 over 11. 5 days and 5 over 11.
All right, that's the way to say it. 5 and 5 11 days. And the last question will be in science. What flat plastic plate usually mounted on a board contains thin copper wires used to connect different electronic components? Flat plastic plate usually mounted on a board. Tony and Manny.
Dashboard.
Dashboard is wrong. Contains thin copper wires used to connect different electronic components. In most appliances, computers, you have this in there. Repsi?
Extension.
No. Extension. It's called a circuit board. And so, Sisters of Mary School in Cavite, congratulations, you're the champions for the week with 2,700 points. Repsi with 1,450 and Heavenward with 250. We'll have Tony and Manny for the bonus round after we tell you about the short announcement we have.
Your drama energy.
That is right. Dalaga. Very good. That is correct. Welcome to another episode of Battle of the Brave. This is the battle of the best and the brightest students throughout the country.
Edward Lear.
That is right. Oh, goes to Academy of Science.
This portion is brought to you by Metro Pacific Corporation.
Yes, it's bonus time for Tony and Manny of Sisters of Mary School in Cavite. They have 2,700 pesos in the bag. It's their chance to take home a lot more money. By the way, Tony and Manny, you can relax now because you will be moving on into the monthly finals, okay? So this time, just concentrate on the questions. This is just for the money. So are you ready? Manny?
Yes.
Let's begin. A Japanese art of self-defense using kicks and punches.
Judo.
12 constellations that are seen
Zodiac.
in the sky. What is the largest and deepest ocean?
Mariana's Trench.
Who popularized the song Material Girl?
Madonna.
Sequel to Dr. Rizal's No Di Mi Tangere.
El Filibusterismo.
An indoor sport that involves rolling a ball to knock down wooden pins.
Bowling.
The largest member of the cat family.
Lion.
Name of the British liner that sank in 1912 after hitting an iceberg.
Titanic.
The part of the body which receives food passing down the esophagus.
Mouth.
Who is known as the friendly ghost?
Casper.
All right. Would you like to change any of your questions or answers rather? Okay, go ahead, Manny. What? Would you like to change some of them?
The tiger. Tiger.
Hindi lion, tiger. Ano ba? Lion, tiger.
Pacific tiger. Then
Tiger. Di mo tinapos yung Pacific eh. So I can't consider that, no? All right, let's go back. Friendly Ghost, Casper is correct. Titanic sank by an iceberg. It's the stomach that receives food passing down the esophagus. Pabaliktad naman yun, no? Yung galing esophagus pupunta sa bibig. Hindi pwede yun. The largest member of the cat family, unfortunately, is the lion. The first answer was correct, not tiger. And bowling is correct. Knock down pins using a ball. El Fili Busterismo, second novel of Dr. Rizal. Did you say Madonna, who sang in The Material Girl? Yes. Pacific Ocean is correct. Sorry, you didn't say ocean, you just said, you blurted out something like Pacific to change it. You can't consider that. Your first answer was the Marianas Trench. That is not the same thing. And Zodiac, 12 constellations. Judo is wrong. It's karate, using your kicks and punches as self-defense. Judo. Well, pwede yung judo pala. All right. Tony and Manny, that's 7 out of 10. 4,200 pesos plus 2,700. You finished the first bonus round with 6,900 pesos. All right.
This portion was brought to you by Metro Pacific Corporation.
And now for our special bonus round. As we mentioned earlier in the grade school round, I'll give you a set of jumbled letters. You have to make a word out of those jumbled letters. And please give me that word in 30 seconds. Now, to make things easier, because it might be difficult when you take a look at just a set of letters that will make sense, I'll give you a clue to make some sense out of those jumbled letters. Okay? Manny and Tony, give me your answer in only 30 seconds, within 30 seconds. Let's see that set of letters. All right. Take a good look at that. Now, here's your clue. Although it's a difficult one, but anyway, it might help you. The study of last things. So you have your letters there on the board. Chastegoly. It's a jumbled set of letters. Make some sense out of it. The answer should be the study of last things. The same thing as that. It's a chastegoly. That's a pious ghost.
Chastology.
What is that, Tony?
Chastology.
Chastology. Wala namang ganun. The answer is eschatology. You missed that, but that's all right because you still have 6,900 pesos to take home with you. So Manny and Tony, come over here. Your money is in the envelope. That's 6,900 pesos. We'll see you again for the monthly finals. Good luck to both of you. And we'll see you again right after this break for the competition at the college level. Don't go away. Welcome back to the monthly finals of Battle of the Brains. As we said, this is going to be a tough competition. The winner of this competition will move on to the quarterly finals. So we have the 4 champion teams of the past 4 weeks. Let's find out who they are again, Andy.
Yes, the monthly finalists for high school from Santa Clara Parish, Christian Lagota and Renan De La Pasion. From Pasay City East High, Mervin Ibeas and Adolfo Amasco. From Sisters of Mary School in Silang, Cavite, Anthony Belmonte and Emmanuel Vargas. And finally from Hillside Academy, also in Cavite, Jemuel Estandarte and Pepito Ramos Jr. David?
Thank you very much, Andy. And to all of you, welcome back to Battle of the Brains. Okay, this is for the quarterfinals, but you'll have to hurdle this first and win to get that far. So let's begin by testing your buzzers. Santa Clara Parish School. Okay, Ian is 15 years old. He's in 4th year. He's the auditor of the Math and Science Club. And in college, he plans on taking up civil engineering. Now, last time we talked to Ian, he said he has a big grand plan of building perhaps the tallest structure in the world right here in the Philippines. Now, what would be a good place to build that, Ian?
I guess sa mga lugar na yung tourism po hindi ganun ka I mean,
a place where we could attract more tourists. Well, like,
maybe sa provinces gaya ng Pampanga o kaya Pangasinan.
That's a good way to do it. That way you attract tourists outside of the usual tourist spots of the Philippines. All right, thank you very much, Ian. Let's move on to your partner here. This is Renan. He's in fourth year. He's 16 years old, and he's the president of the Math and Science Club and coordinator of the Marian Youth Movement. Any grand plans as well, Renan? Like Ian over here?
Nothing.
Although you'd like to become a doctor in the future, right? Tell us about that. What kind of doctor?
I like pediatrician.
All right, you want to take care of and cure young children. Thank you very much, Renan and Ian. Let's move on to Pasay City East High School. Mervin and Adolfo, I'd like to hear your buzzer. Mervin is 15 years old. He's in fourth year, and he's the class vice president and auditor of the Science Club. He plans on taking up computer science when he reaches college. Now, Mervin, tell me now, how did you prepare for this competition? It's an important one.
I study my reviewers very well and I sleep very early last night.
Okay, maaga yung tulog mo kagabi. What do you mean by reviewers, Mervin? What are these reviewers you're talking about? Sining gumagawa na?
I make my reviewers myself and also my teachers make reviewers for me.
Mga questions yan? Mga questions and answers? Or are these notes?
Questions and notes.
Okay. And how about you, Adolfo? Were you part of that review session or si Mervin lang? Sinolo ni Mervin yung mga reviewers na yan?
We have separate reviewers because we have separate trainers also.
Wow.
Besides my reviewers, I also read lots of books, especially in science and math.
Mukhang seryoso yata kayo, no? Mervin and Adolfo? Okay, but that's the way it should be. After all, this is the monthly finals, and Adolfo here is 14 years old. He's in third year and president of their math club. Also would like to take up computer engineering when he reaches college. Sister to Mary, you're next. Buzzer, please. From Silang, Cavite, this is Tony, 16 years old, a senior. Math and science are his favorite subjects. He likes chess and basketball and solving math problems. He plans on taking up accountancy in college. Did you also have reviewers, Tony?
We have no reviewers, but
Walang reviewers. So, anong klaseng training
we
yung
read some
binana
books
niyo?
in the library. We read some books in the library.
All right, read some books in the library. So, you'll need to read a lot of books to study for this particular competition. Sa Battle of the Brains, alam mo naman, lahat ng categories, no? Kasama dyan. So, how many books did you read, Tony, to prepare for this?
Science books and math books.
Mostly science books and math books. Okay. How about you, Manny? Yung preparation nyo para sa monthly finals na to?
Also reading books.
Doon sa library. Okay. Si Tony ba sa math and science, yung sa'yo, Manny, iba naman yung specialty. Ano yung mga specialties mo, Manny? Sa Battle of the Brains, mga categories.
History po. GI and...
General information and history. Okay. Anyway, Manny is 16 years old. He's also in fourth year. And English is his favorite subject. He plans on becoming a doctor after his college studies. And of course, last week's winners, we have Jem and Jay. Let's hear your buzzer. Jem is 16 years old. He's in fourth year, and he's the editor-in-chief of the Hillside Wheels and captain ball of the volleyball varsity team. He's also the director of the Music and Arts Club. Now, Jem, usually the team which was last to win has the least amount of time to prepare. Now, I'm sure you used that week very well. How did you prepare for this?
For this competition, actually I do not do much. I just take a glance on my books, my past lessons. In fact, I watched a movie yesterday, The Minion.
You watched the movie yesterday? Ano, baka may tanong na tungkol sa movie na yan? Or no, just for fun?
I don't know, maybe.
Just to relax. Well, that's a good way of doing it. Relax your mind. Jay, how about you? How would you prepare for this? You watched the movie also? Nag-date kayo sa movie house?
No.
Ha? Jay and Jem? Hindi naman. Separate yung review, no?
Yes.
Okay, anyway, Jay here is 16 years old and he's in fourth year. He's the physics club president. Wow. And student body organization vice president. Very busy. And for fun, Jay, what are the things you like to do? I know you're also part of the volleyball team, but what else?
Reading books.
Reading books. That's good. A lot of people don't do that anymore these days. All right, let's continue. First round, easy questions. High school level, 300 pesos for every correct answer. Listen carefully. Here goes the first question. It's in science. What are the main ecological regions into which the land surface can be divided so that each, Santa Clara.
Each.
Wrong. So that each has its characteristic season, day, length, rainfall pattern, and minimum and maximum temperatures. Hillside.
Zone.
You said zones? That's not correct. Ecological regions. What are these ecological regions called? Sisters of Mary.
Biomes.
That's right, biomes. The art. What do you call the first 8 lines of a sonnet? Sisters of Mary.
Sextet.
That's wrong. Santa Clara. First 8 lines of a sonnet.
Prologue.
Wrong. Would anyone? Is the time's up or time to steal? It's time to steal. Now that is time's up. Now a sextet, of course, would mean 6 lines. If it's 8 lines, it must be octet. Let's go to history. Who was the Governor General who represented Spain in signing Santa Clara?
Governor General Bispuhol.
That's wrong. Signing the Truce of Biak na Bato with Aguinaldo in 1897. Sisters of Mary.
Governor
Pasay City
Primo de Rivera.
or Fernando Primo de Rivera is correct. Mathematics. What is the rationalized form of the cube root of quantity 1 over negative 5? What is the rationalized, rationalized form of the cube root of 1 over negative 5? You have 30 seconds. Sisters of Mary doesn't need 30 seconds.
The cube root of 25 over, the negative cube root of 25 over 5.
Very good, Tony. Fantastic. And that was really quick. General information. Who originally proposed that the sun and not the earth, Santa Clara,
Copernicus.
is the center of the solar system? Nikolai Copernicus is the correct answer. Science. What do you call the group of flowering plants characterized by their broad leaves with branching veins? Santa Clara.
Angiosperms.
No, their embryo has 2 tiny leaves. This is a Mary.
Dicotyledon.
Say that again.
Dicotyledon.
Spell it.
Dicotyledon. D-I-C-O-T-Y.
That is correct. Okay. Dicotyledons or dicots is the correct answer. The arts. From which gospel or letter were the words Noli Me Tangere taken? Pasay City
The Gospel of John.
or St. John. That's correct. Yes. History. What great monumental city was the capital of ancient Cambodia? Santa Clara. Capital of ancient Cambodia.
Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh is not correct. Sisters of Mary.
Angkor Thom. Angkor Wat.
Which one?
Angkor Thom.
What's wrong with that? I'm sorry, that's wrong. Pasay City.
Angkor.
Angkor is the correct answer. I'm not sure what Angkor Tomb is. Manny, maybe you could explain where you came across the word or the that particular entity. Angkor Tomb. What is that, Manny?
Capital also of Burma. During the
Capital of Burma?
Cambodia.
Cambodia. Okay, it's Angkor. Now, Angkor Wat would be the monument, but not the city itself. Okay, so mathematics. A UAAP basketball team promised to win at least 60% of the game it plays, or the games it plays. In the first 12 games, it won 6. At least how many of the remaining 8 games should the team win to fulfill its promise? The promise is that they will win at least 60% of all the games it plays. Pasay City East.
6.
That's right, 6. General information. What term means the suppression by authority of material considered immoral, heretical, subversive? Santa Clara. Time's up. Pasay City.
Crime.
Wrong. Hillside.
Capital sin.
Capital sin. No. Let me finish the question for you, Sisters of Mary. What term refers to the suppression by authority of material considered immoral, heretical, subversive, libelous, damaging to state security, or otherwise just plain offensive to viewers? What is this suppression? Go.
Anti-human rights violation.
Human rights violation na pala yung mga bomba sa sinehan. Hindi. The answer is simply censorship. Okay. So we're through with our first 10 questions. Let's check our scores. At the end of the first round, we have Pasay City East with 1,200 points. They are in the lead. In second place, very close by, Sisters of Mary School with 900 points. In third place is Santa Clara Parish School. They have 300, and with no score yet at the end of the first round, it's Hillside Academy. We'll have more of this competition when we return after this break.
The General Educational Development Program from the USA for world-class mastery of math, science, English, comprehension, writing, and speaking. JED equips your child for success.
All right, it's back to our monthly finals here at the high school level. We have Santa Clara Parish School, Pasay City East High School, Sisters of Mary, and Hillside Academy. Now, only one team will move on and qualify for the quarterly finals of Battle of the Brains. So good luck again to all of you. This is the final round, and we're giving out 500 pesos for every correct answer. The arts goes first. What book in the Old Testament contains the various laws, including the Ten Commandments? Sisters of Mary.
Exodus.
That's wrong. And gives an account of Santa Clara.
Torah.
That's wrong. Gives an account of the death Hillside.
Pentateuch.
That's wrong. You really don't want me to finish this question, don't you? Pasay City, go ahead.
Leviticus.
That's wrong. See, this might have helped. This was the last phrase here that could have been a giveaway. Gives an account of the death of Moses. It was Deuteronomy. Let's go to question number 2. What does DNA stand for? Santa Clara.
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
That's right. Mathematics. The perimeter of a rectangle is 40 inches and the area is 96 square inches. Find the dimension of the rectangle. Perimeter of a rectangle is 40 inches, area is 96 square inches. Find the dimension of the rectangle. Pasay to the east, come on.
12 inches and 8 inches.
Okay, that's the same thing. Or 8 by 12 inches. Science. What is the common term for dinitrogen oxide? Pasay City.
Nitrite.
No, dinitrogen oxide. The common name, Sisters of Mary.
Laughing gas. Laughing gas.
That's right, Tony. Laughing gas. History. What term referred to the Lao nationalists who fought the French for Lao independence? Sisters of Mary.
Patet Lao. Patet Lao.
That's right, Patet Lao. Or the Lao Isara. Free Lao movement. The arts. Who made the sculptures? Okay, who made the sculptures? And these are the sculptures. Pietà in 1498. Santa Clara.
Michelangelo.
And David. Okay, this was in 1514 and considered to be one of the most powerful artists of his time, if not of all time. Michelangelo is the correct answer. General information. What do you call people who have no permanent settlement? Hillside?
Refugees.
That's wrong. Santa Clara?
Nomads.
Nomads is the correct answer. No permanent settlement who is constantly in search of food for themselves and for their herds. Now, they're called nomads. We still have nomads in the end of the 20th century. All right, let's take a look at our scores because we're towards the end of this competition and we have a very tight race between 3 schools. Santa Clara has 1,800, Pasay City 1,700, Sisters of Mary 1,900. Of course, Hillside has no score yet, but they can still try to bring in some extra cash points for them. So, gentlemen, these last 3 questions are going to be very crucial. It's 500 points for every correct answer. mathematics. A weekly news magazine costs 60 pesos in the newsstand and 1,664 a year in subscription. How much is saved per issue by annual subscription? Be careful. How much is saved per issue? If you get an annual subscription instead of buying it from the newsstand. So how much do you save per issue if you get it by annual subscription? Pasay City for first place.
28 pesos.
Correct. Science. What do you call a solution of salts in water? Santa Clara?
Brine solution.
That's wrong. That was wrong. Sisters of Mary?
Salt solution.
I don't know if I can consider that. No, we won't consider that. Let me finish. What do you call a solution of salt in water, especially one that is isotonic with body fluids? It's called saline or saline solution. Which brings us to our last question. Now, this is 500 points. So, any one of you can still win. Santa Clara, Pasay City, or Sisters of Mary. Add 500 to your scores. You know you can still beat the current leader, Pasay City East. Of course, Hillside has no chance of winning, but of course, at least they'll have a chance to take home 500 pesos with them. So, for the monthly finals, the winner goes into the quarterfinals of Battle of the Brains, just one more step away from representing or having your school represented in the grand finals. Here is the question, and I guess it's pretty easy. It's in history. Be careful. Let me consult with the judges here. I have two questions on my on which should I choose? The corrected question or the original question? All right, the corrected question. Which European country left its East Timor colony in 1975? Santa Clara, if you are correct, you're the champions.
England.
That's wrong. Now, for the first time in my stint here on Battle of the Brains, we had the buzzer going off at the same time. So how do we do about that, judges? All right, Sisters of Mary, after pressing the buzzer at the same time with Pasay City East, their buzzer continued to remain lighted. So, our judges say, Sisters of Mary will be given the chance, but before you give an answer, let's make sure the judges have a unanimous decision here. It's a toss coin situation. Why don't we both ask them to answer? Write down your answers in a piece of paper, raise it up high, and we'll decide. Whoever gets it right will be the champion. Write it down. Buzzer, please. 5 seconds. All right, time's up. Raise your answers. Pasay City and Sisters of Mary. You have Great Britain, Sisters of Mary, Portugal. The answer is Portugal. Sisters of Mary School is the champion. Our champion, Sisters of Mary School, Tony and Manny finished with 2,400 pesos. 2,200 for Pasay City East, 1,800 for Santa Clara, and Hillside Academy finished with no score. Manny and Tony will have your bonus round right after this break. That is right. Dalaga. Very good. That is correct. Welcome to another episode of Battle of the Brains. This is the battle of the best and the brightest students throughout the country.
Edward Lear.
That is right. Oh, goes to Academy of Santa. It's bonus time for Tony and Manny. Congratulations. How does it feel, Manny? That was a close call, huh? So, no. Tony and Manny, how does it feel? You're now in the bonus round and in the quarterfinals. Speechless pa rin. Medyo. Anyways, all right. Forget about all the tension because it's over by now. This time, it's your chance to take home more money. You have 2,400 pesos. You can take home a lot of money. based, of course, on how well you will do in your 2 bonus rounds. First one will be this particular choice. You have multiple choice of categories. Now take a look at the screen over there. For your bonus round, your choices are words in black, notes for news, and acquired knowledge. No, that's not a wrong spelling there. That is deliberate. AC wired knowledge. Acquired knowledge. Choose one.
Acquired knowledge.
Acquired knowledge. Any idea what it is, Tony? Ano kaya yung acquired knowledge, man?
Maybe it's an electronics.
Electronics and computers, you're on the right track. Definitely. We're looking for terms used in or used for the discussion and study of computers. Okay? So kung mahilig kayo sa mga computer, this will be very easy. So let's go to that. Is our timer ready? Let's begin. A computer designed to be used by only one person.
Personal computer.
An error in the computer. A problem. Usually in the software.
Error. Syntax error.
Controls the operation of the computer.
CPU.
Any symbol that can be stored and processed by the computer. A computer storage device made of plastic
Memory.
cover with magnetic coating.
Disk.
What kind of disk?
Hard. Floppy disk.
A printout of a computer.
Pass.
A list of choices that appears on the screen.
Menu.
A special computer device which inputs information through clicking.
Mouse.
Short for Microsoft Disk Operating System.
MS-DOS.
A device similar to the television set that displays information.
Monitor.
Now, any symbol that can be stored and processed by the computer.
Data.
A printout of a computer on paper called hard copy.
Software.
Hard copy. Now, you missed out on one particular question. An error in the computer. It's called a bug, okay? Computer crashes a lot of times. There's a bug usually in your software or operating system. Now, the others. Hard copy for printout of a computer. You missed that. Any symbol that can be stored. Character, not data. A device like a TV set for the computer. Monitor is correct. MS-DOS, disk operating system. Computer device, input device for clicking. That's called a mouse. Menu is a list of choices you see on screen. Floppy disk is right, okay, where you store data. And CPU is what makes the computer operate. And personal computer is computer designed for just one person. Manny and Tony, that's 7 out of 10, 4,200 plus the 2,400, a total or a subtotal rather of 6,600 pesos. And now we go to our second bonus round. Don't you love this? The money just keeps rolling in. Now in this second bonus round, if you were watching earlier, we'll give you a set of jumbled letters. I'll give you a clue which will help you make some sense out of that jumbled set of letters. You'll have to make a word or words out of it. You'll have to do that within 30 seconds. So, are we ready with that set of jumbled letters? Now, take a look at the board. That's your set of jumbled letters. Looks like 2 words, really. Hated lately, of course, that's a jumbled set of letters. Now, the clue is, this Californian desert drops well below sea level.
Death Valley.
You said,
Death Valley.
Are you sure? Take a look.
Death Valley. Death Valley.
Well, guys, you're correct. It's Death Valley. So extra 2,000 pesos, you finish with 8,800 pesos all in all. Manny and Tony, a big day for both of you. Congratulations. You have 8,800 in cash. Plus, we'll see you again in the quarterfinals of Battle of the Brains. You prepare for that. And we'll be back with our competition at the college level right after this short break. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains. It's our quarterly finals, but before we proceed with our competition at the high school level, here's some news you might find interesting. Now, if you want to do your Christmas shopping this early, and that's because you don't want to avoid the rush, well, listen carefully, because the Department of Foreign Affairs, in cooperation with the Diplomatic Corps, the Cabinet Ladies, and the Department of Trade and Industry, invite you to the International Bazaar 1998 at the World Trade Center along Rojas Boulevard. That will be on November 14, a Saturday. The bazaar will be open from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. After watching Battle of the Brains, you can go ahead and do your shopping over there. Remember, 35 embassies will be participating, and all goods will be tax-free. Now, that's at the International Bazaar 1998, World Trade Center, Rojas Boulevard, November 14, a Saturday. And now let's proceed with our competition. This is the high school level. Our contestants are ready. Let's find out who they are, Andy.
Our quarterfinalists for high school, from the Sisters of Mary School, Anthony Belmonte and Emmanuel Vargas. From Casa del Nino Science High, Mary Crisanero and Carlo Alfonso Manning. And finally, from Sacred Heart Academy, Novaliches, John Earl Harabe and Marlon Costales. David?
Thank you, Andy. All right, contestants, first of all, congratulations, because before you were able to get this far, you had to go through two grueling competitions, the weekly and the monthly. And now, only one team will proceed into the 7th grand finals of Battle of the Brains, where you can take home as much as 600,000 pesos in cash. Whew. So good luck to all of you again. Let's begin by testing your buzzers. Sisters of Mary, let's start with you. All right, let's start with Tony, who's in 4th year. His favorite subjects are math and science. Tony, malapit na yung graduation. Have you chosen your course already for college?
Yes.
And what is that?
Maybe accountancy.
AB accounting. So may balak kang maging accountant. Hopefully, of course. So good luck to you, Tony. And we'll see you there. Let's go to Manny, who's 16 years old. He's in 4th year. Considers English his strongest subject. And your plans for college, Manny?
I want to take the industrial engineering.
You want to get into industrial engineering?
Yeah.
Ano, pumasa ka na ba sa kolehiyo? Sa entrance exam?
Not yet.
Hindi pa, wala pang resulta. But he's hoping to get into IE. Of course, he'd like to be an engineer afterwards. Let's go to Sacred Heart. No, let's try Casa del Niño first. Casa del Niño High School, our 2nd month champions. And this is Chris, and she's 16 years old. She's a senior, president of the Euclideans Club, and is a year representative to the Student Council. Chris will be entering college next year, is that right? And have you chosen your course already?
Yeah.
And what would that course be?
I would like to take up AB International Studies major in European Studies.
And the political science?
No.
Maybe you can speak a little louder for us to hear you, Chris?
I plan to take up AB International Studies major in European Studies.
So mga international studies, may balak ka bang maging diplomat or foreign service?
Yeah, I plan to be representative of the country to any of the European countries.
All right. So mahilig ka sa Europe, huh? Chris, good luck to you. Carlo is her partner, 16 years old, 4th year high school, vice president of the Castellite Researchers Club and class business manager. And your choice for college?
I choose BS Psychology or perhaps BS Biology.
Ito, parang pre-med ba to?
Yeah.
And you'll be specializing in what?
I want to be a neurologist when I grow up, so I think this is one of a more proper...
Neurologist when you grow up. Well, grown up ka na, Carlo. A few years from now, you'd like to be a neurologist. Thank you very much, guys. Let's go to Sacred Heart Academy, Novaliches. Buzzer, please. This is John. He's in his 4th year. Best subjects are math, science, and Filipino. President of the Science Club and a Knight of the Altar. Have you chosen your course in college already, John?
Yes.
And what is that?
Electronics and Communications Engineering.
ECE. So may balak ka ng engineer afterwards. Okay, John, good luck in your choice of a career and in course in college. Let's go to Marlon here, who is 16 years old, 4th year high school, editor of the Sacrian and president of the Social Science Club. And your choice of a course for college, Marlon?
I plan to take up BS or AB Economics.
BA Economics. Is that a pre-law, or would you like to move on to become a academician, or full-fledged economist?
I think a full-fledged economist.
All right. Good luck to you, Marlon. Our country needs some really good economists to make sense of what's going on with this crisis. All right. We're through with that. Let's move on now to our questions. These are easy questions. 300 pesos for every correct answer. General information. In science, what branch of medicine concerned with diseases of the brain, spinal cord, and yes, Casa del Niño.
Neurology.
You just said you want to be a neurologist. Well, you're right. We're looking for neurology here. Mathematics. In a raffle where 50,000 tickets were sold, what is the probability that a person who bought 5 tickets will win the first prize? Sisters of Mary.
1 over 10,000.
1 over 10,000. You're right. The arts. In the Bible, who among the 2 kings named Herod in the New Testament had John the Baptist put to death? Sacred Heart. Which king Herod was that?
Herod the Great.
That's wrong. Sisters of Mary?
Herod Agrippa. Herod Agrippa.
All right, that is correct. Science. In chemistry, what do you call a class of organic compounds that a hydroxyl group, OH, attached to a carbon atom that contain a hydroxyl group?
Base.
You said, Sacred Heart?
Base.
Base, that's wrong. What do you call a class of organic compounds that contain a hydroxyl group, negative OH, attached to a carbon atom?
Hydrocarbons.
That is also wrong. Sisters of Mary.
Acids.
Alcohol is what we're looking for. History. Who was a Spanish explorer who crossed the Isthmus of Panama and became the first European? Casa del Niño.
Vasco Núñez de Balboa.
Correct, Chris. Vasco Núñez de Balboa. General information. What is the collective name for the oil-rich countries which share the coastline of Persian Gulf? Chris
OPEC.
again. And you said OPEC? That is wrong. That's the organization. But the group of nations, what do you call them? This includes Bahrain, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Sacred Heart.
The Palestinian Liberation Organization.
The PLO. Not at all. Sisters of Mary.
Gulf States.
The
Gulf States.
Gulf.
Gulf Estate.
Spell the last word.
Estate. S-T-A.
Okay. I thought you said Gulf Estates. No, it's Gulf States. So that is right. Okay. Gulf States is the collective term for that. Iba kasi yung Gulf Estates, di ba? Parang kang nagbebenta ng Gulf shares. No, hindi. Mathematics. Reduce the expression. The quantity x squared minus 5x plus 6, close quantity, over x squared plus x minus 6 to the lowest terms. Reduce the expression. The quantity x squared minus 5x plus 6, close quantity, over x squared plus x minus 6 to the lowest terms. Let's hear your answer, Sisters of Mary.
X minus 3 over x plus 3.
Galing naman. That is right. Yes, Tony. The arts. Who is believed to be the architect of the first pyramid, the step pyramid? Sisters of Mary.
Khufu.
Khufu is wrong. This was built near Memphis around 2800 BC. The first pyramid. It was still a step pyramid back then. Sacred Heart.
Nebuchadnezzar.
That is wrong. Casa del Niño.
Sargon.
No, you're all wrong. The answer is Imhotep. Science. What do you call the period following cell division when the nucleus is not dividing? Sisters of Mary.
Meiosis.
Meiosis is wrong. Casa del Niño.
Prophase.
That's also wrong. Sacred Heart, come on.
Anaphase.
Interface is the answer. History. Who was the Egyptian political leader who succeeded Gamal Abdel Nasser as president of Egypt in 1970? Sisters of Mary.
Anwar Sadat.
All right, I'll consider that. Anwar al-Sadat is the correct answer. All right, let's check out our scores after our first round. Sisters of Mary, you're in the lead with 1,500. In second place, Casa del Nino with 600 points. And in third place with no score yet, Sacred Heart Academy. When we return, we'll give you the final and deciding round in our quarterly finals after this break.
The General Educational Development Program from the USA for world-class mastery of math, science, English, comprehension, writing, and speaking. JED equips your child for success.
Battle of the Brains is back with more. This is our final stretch in the quarterly finals at the high school level. One team will emerge champion and will qualify for next year's 7th grand finals of Battle of the Brains. At stake, 600,000 pesos in cash. And of course, your school will be considered the 7th champion at the high school level. All right, let's go now with our questions. Let's start with the arts. In the difficult round, it's 500 pesos for every correct answer. Who was the fictional romantic hero of the ballad Marmion, written by Sir Walter Scott? Sisters of Mary.
Robin Hood.
That's not correct. Who was the fictional romantic hero of the ballad Marmion? Sacred Heart.
Ivanhoe.
That is wrong, although that was written by Sir Walter Scott. He was Lochinvar. Science. A plastic material has a density of 2.5 grams per cubic centimeter. What mass of this plastic has a volume of 15 milliliters? A plastic material has a density of 2.5 grams per cubic centimeter. What mass of this plastic has a volume of 15 milliliters? Okay, Casa del Nino.
2.5 grams.
How many is that?
2.5 grams.
That is wrong. Sacred Heart.
0.325 grams.
That's wrong. Sisters of Mary.
60 grams.
37.5 grams is the answer. History. Who was the Lieutenant Governor of Bengkulu-Bengkulen, whom Lord Hastings authorized to establish a fortified post eastward of the Straits of Malacca in 1818? Who was the Lieutenant Governor of Bengkulu-Bengkulen, whom Lord Hastings authorized to establish a fortified post eastward of the Straits of Malacca in 1818. This man figures prominently in Singaporean history. Sisters of Mary.
Stanford Raffles.
That is correct. Stanford Raffles. Mathematics. In a class, there are 15 10-year-olds, 20 11-year-olds, and 5 12-year-olds. What is the mean age in years and months of the students in the class? In a class, there are 15 10-year-olds, 20 11-year-olds, and 5 12-year-olds. What is the mean age in years and months of the students in the class? You only have 30 seconds. Sacred Heart.
11.5.
That is wrong. Give me the mean age in years and months. Who was that? Casa del Nino.
10 years old.
10 years old. That is not correct. Now we go years and months. Sisters of Mary.
11 years and 9/26.
No, it's 10 and 3/4 of a year. Let's go to general information. What term refers to a region or area of land drained by a stream, lake, or other body of water? Region or area of land drained by a stream, lake, or other body of water. Sisters of Mary.
Estuary.
No. Casa del Nino.
Delta.
No. Yes, Sacred Heart.
Brook.
It's called Watershed. The arts. What was the title of the zarzuela written by Dr. Jose Rizal? Sisters of Mary.
Junto al Pasig.
Beside the Pasig. That's right. Junto al Pasig. Science, how many electrons were transferred in tin if tin oxide, SNO, was reacted to form tin metal? How many electrons were transferred in tin if tin oxide, SNO, was reacted to form tin metal? Okay, Sacred Heart.
3.
That is wrong. How many electrons? Sisters of Mary.
6.
6 is also wrong. Casa de Neo.
4.
2 is the answer. History. Who was the emperor in the town of Kamakura who strengthened the feudal structure throughout Japan and gained the title shogun? Sisters of Mary.
Toyotomi Hideyoshi.
That is not correct. Sacred Heart.
Yoritomo.
All right. His full name. You're on the right track.
Yoritomo Takauji.
Takabuchi is not correct. Casa del Nino. He was Yoritomo Minamoto or Minamoto Yoritomo. Mathematics. The length of a rectangle exceeds its width by 2 feet. If each dimension were increased by 3 feet, the area would be increased by 51 square feet. Find the original dimensions. The length of a rectangle exceeds its width by 2 feet. If each dimension were increased by 3 feet, the area would be increased by 51 square feet. Find the original dimension. Seconds. We're coming to an end in this final round. In a few minutes, we'll find out which one of our teams moves on to the grand finals next year. Sisters of Mary.
6. 6.
By?
6 by 8
6 by 8. Apples, pears?
meters.
Meters is wrong. Casa del Nino.
6 by 8 feet.
6 by 8 feet is the answer. That's right. Casa del Nino gets that one. Little careless, Sisters of Mary. And here's the last question. General information. What is the international code name? You should all know this. Of Typhoon Loleng. Sacred Heart.
Babs or Babes. BABS.
B-A-B-S. All right, I'll consider that. Typhoon or Hurricane Babs is the answer. And our champion moving on to the grand finals next year, Sisters of Mary with 2,500. Casa del Nino takes home 1,100. Sacred Heart 500. We'll have Manny and Tony for their bonus round after this short announcement. That is right. Dalaga. Very good. That is correct. Welcome to another episode of Battle of the Brains. This is the battle of the best and the brightest students throughout the country.
Edward Lear.
That is right. Oh, those Academy of Science. It's bonus time for our lucky champion from Sisters of Mary. Of course, they're not just lucky. They really prepared for this win. Anyway, Manny and Tony, it's time to take home a lot more money. So far, you have 2,500. And aside from that, you will also take home with you, that's you and your school will take home the American Spectrum Encyclopedia from Compton's Encyclopedia, distributed locally by DeBardi Press Trade Incorporated, and the high school subject Self-Taught from Success Unlimited Enterprises, distributed locally by Twin Stars Marketing. You get to take home those 2 volumes, plus, of course, the 2,500, and a lot more in this next bonus round. Now, tell me when you're ready, and I'll ask you to choose from that screen over there. I will flash 3 choices, S, E, or G. What's your favorite letter there? S. What does S stand for, Tony?
Sisters of Mary.
Sisters of Mary, syempre. All right. Handa na ba kayo? Let's go. In comic strips and an American TV show, she is a teenage witch. S.
Sabrina.
A holy person canonized by the Catholic Church. A gesture of honor given to military, naval, and
Salute.
other officers. The ancient and classical language of the Hindus of India.
Sanskrit.
In nursery folklore, a friend of children who brings presents during Christmas.
Santa Claus.
King of Israel during the 10th century, noted for his wisdom.
King Saul. King Saul.
Known for his wisdom and magnificence.
Solomon.
A woman or boy's voice of the highest range.
Soprano.
An expedition or journey as for hunting animals, like in Africa. We hunt animals.
Pass.
Eggs prepared by stirring together the whites and yolks while cooking. What kind of eggs are those? Stirred.
Sir, salty. Salted egg.
A kind of fish usually 3 inches long, found in warm seas and having a head resembling a horse. Mukhang kabayo.
Seahorse.
Okay. Anong klaseng itlog yun? Sa umaga, kinakain.
Salty.
Saute. Sinosaute ba yung itlog? Okay. Yung saute, gisa yon, gisa sa Tagalog. It's called scrambled eggs. Okay? Binatil yung itlog ba yan? Scrambled eggs? Okay. Anyway, seahorse, yung isang mukhang kabayo. Safari is the journey people take to hunt down animals or even just to take a look at them. And the others, soprano, highest voice range, correct. Solomon, the wise king of Israel. Santa Claus, nursery folklore character. Sanskrit, language of the Hindus. Salute is what you give an officer. Saint, canonized by the Catholic Church. And Sabrina, the teenage witch, age 8 out of 10, 4,800 plus 2,500, a total of 7,300. Congratulations, Manny and Tony. But that's not all, because we have one more bonus round. Let's take a look at our board over there with our letters. Jumbled set of letters. Make some sense out of it in 30 seconds. 2,000 pesos if you are correct. C-A-G-E-R-S-T-O. Cagersto. Okay, here is the clue. It is French for snails, specifically the type that is edible, yung kinakain, na kuhol. Ano ba yung kuhol sa Frances? Snail in French. Obviously, the term is French. C-A-G-E-R-S-T-O. Ito, ginigisa rin to. Pwede rin siguro. Sauté. The answer is escargot. You're wrong, but still, 7,300 for both of you. Congratulations, Manny and Tony. Hey, we'll see you next year for the grand finals. Ito, malaki to, 7,300. Congratulations. We'll have the college competition right after this break, so please don't go away.